Blessed day, friends and family. This is Justin Caldwell over here at No Ordinary Wings / No Ordinary Ministries, and I'm coming to you with a quick video. So I like watching animated movies and stuff, and I seen this one in your dreams. And what caught me off top with this one was, of course, dreams, being that I study a lot of as far as the spiritual realm, and as it pertains to the Holy Bible, and you know we know we know dreams is the doorway, or the entrance into the spiritual realm, so to speak. So I'm watching this movie, and it's actually a good movie because it goes hand in hand with dreams. I haven't really gotten like did a deep study, not a study, but a deep teaching on the dreams, but I eventually will. But as I'm watching the movie, I'm actually able to basically actually say what's gonna happen. As you can see, that this guy in the back, he's the Sandman, and what? So basically, I'm gonna just give you a short synopsis of the movie. So the little girl, she speculates that her parents are about to split up. So she wants them to stay together. So what she does is they started drink. What is her little brother? They wound up going to a bookstore, and he found the book about the Sandman and dreams, and he ended up taking it. Basically, he stole the book from the place, and when she opened it and read it, I think one of the pages they was on, it was like if you asked the Sandman for a wish, he'll grant it. So once they get into the dream world, and it gets so good, like when they start dreaming, it's basically the spiritual world. And when I say why I say that is because once she once she get to the they're in the dream world, and of course how dreams is, everything happening crazy, and everything is not what it actually seemed what it is, and everything changes at a split second. She realizes, they read the book a little bit more, and they realize if they hold hands and they thinking about the same thing, it'll come true. And it's crazy because his that stuffed teddy bear is it belongs to the brother, but he told them if they wanted, so they had to get to the Sandman. But before they get to the Sandman, they had to get past Nightmare, which is this lady in the sky. She and her name speaks for itself. So basically, she's the one that creates the nightmares. But it's so interesting because okay, so the teddy bear tells them if you want to get past Nightmare, you have to learn how to dream lucid. So all this is just so crazy because it's like this is, I mean, it's go hand in hand like in real life, with dreams and stuff. But we know dreaming lucid is really not a good thing. I don't think. So so now they get to the point where they get to Nightmare. When they get to Nightmare, first they make it through. They get past Nightmare together. So when they go and they find the Sandman talking to them, they all happy. This is why I say when you wake up, you have to cancel things in your dreams, and when you're in your dreams, you ain't supposed to entertain your dreams. You ain't supposed to entertain your dreams, and you basically you can get to the point where you can renounce things while you actually in your dreams, where you can speak spirit scripture in your dreams, but you only do that by building up your spirit man, and you only build your spirit man is by feeding him, feeding it, and that's through the word of God, through the holy scriptures. And the more you read your scriptures, the more your spirit man is gonna he's they're gonna become more, they're gonna be more, they're gonna have more energy or whatever, so to speak. So as they talking to the Sandman, they tell him like, we made it to you, so we want our wish. So the Sandman was like, well, what you want? So I already know at this point they making a big mistake, So he's like, so she like, well, our parents is about to split up, so we don't want to, we want them to stay together. So what the Sandman does, he creates this dream world for them. So automatically, you would think if you don't know no better, and I was like, man, they done came in a covenant with these people. They finna die. I'm telling you that, like in the movie, I'm like they finna die, but of course it's a children's movie, and like if you don't know no better, you ain't gonna understand. But I'm breaking it down to you like these kids finna die, and it's crazy because the little boy peep it out. So this is what happened. So they end up waking up, but they're not actually waking up from the dream. They're waking up within the dream. So they dreaming within the dream. He basically just put them back to sleep inside the dream because he finna kill them. So boom. So they go downstairs, as they do in the real world, and they eating with their family. They all nice, the mom and dad, everybody happy. So she's like, well, ain't we, she's like, you ain't moving, did you get a job? And she was like, nah, but, I ain't gonna move, I'm gonna just stay home type stuff. So, she happy. So, you know what I'm saying? I think they end up going to sleep again in the dream and inside the dream. So when as they laying down after their parents, no, the parents is putting them to bed at this point. So that's when she asked the mom this. So they end up walking out and leaving, and as they walking out, she's looking like something is strange. So she and it's so crazy. This is how the enemy tricks you because the enemy he feeds off what you're lacking. So if you want money, he's gonna come to you presenting money in gifts. Like he's gonna present things that you want, and he's gonna dress it up and make it look so appealing. You're gonna be like, man, there ain't no way I can deny this. This got to be from God. This got to be, my blessing. But as we know, Satan can disguise himself as a angel of light. But so boom. So whenever as the parents walking out, she's looking and she's like, something is strange. So I didn't even catch it at first because she keep looking at her photo, her picture inside this picture frame. So, but the thing was, the picture frame was cracked in the real world. So that's why she kept looking at it. And then the brother, she kept looking like, and the brother noticed like, he like, you okay? Is everything all right? And then she's like, yeah, everything's good. And then as when the brother sit up and he looked, the brother side of the room so in the movie they got tape in between their room, and the brother just dirty. He got food everywhere, a typical little kid. So he got food everywhere and stuff. So I don't know why his mama ain't make him clean that junk up. But anyway, so that's what he noticed. He like, hold on. He said, my side of the room is clean. He said, and my teddy bears, they all sitting up straight. He said, we dreaming. This ain't real. He said, this is not real. We were dreaming. And mind you, so they made their wish, and the Sandman told them when he turned the hourglass upside down. He said, when all this sand come down to the bottom, your wish gonna come true. But really, when that sand go down to the bottom, they behind gonna die. So they start fighting over something. I think the picture. They start fighting over the picture frame because that's when she ended up telling them. Or no, he looked at the picture. He tried to snatch. He snatched the picture and he was like, This supposed to be broke. This was broke." So he not now he like, "This ain't real." He's telling his sister like, "This is not real," and she so want this to be real. She's like, "It is." It is. And she was like, "Oh, he said we have to stay here for so long and then it's real." So I forgot what it was that they was fighting over, but they end up breaking it. Like they was fighting over something and it flung out of their hand and it ended up shattering. It ended up shattering the image that they in. So now they see the Sandman. He like, what's wrong? What's going on? His evil behind. He like, what's going on? And he told I think the little brother like, man, this ain't real. You know, we want to wake up. So he like, you know, I think the little brother somehow he ended up getting away, and he woke up. So as soon as he woke up, he tried to wake his sister up, but she wouldn't wake up, and the Sandman put her right back in the dream again. So now it's by herself. So she don't know it just yet because she downstairs cooking with her mom and stuff. So they end up going up. She end up being chased upstairs like playfully, you know, whatever they doing. So when she opened the door, she notices it's just a room with her stuff in it. So she started thinking like, man. So she sees the teddy bear that belongs to her brother, and then she was like, why is this here? And then they show a scene when they was younger, and basically the brother says she can have this teddy bear because they was at an arcade and she wasn't able to get the teddy bear she wanted. So he shared it with her. And so that's why that teddy bear was there, because it was part of her subconscious memory. So at this point, now she like, man, yeah, I need to get up, man. This ain't, yeah, my brother right. This ain't real. So now she's trying to break the dream, but she can't, and she can't because the sand is almost down, it's almost gone. So now in the real world, the brother go and tell the parents, and the parents, uh, you know, they fancy his imagination. So they like you know, the mama like the dad, he believe, but he don't kind of so much believe because he's like, yeah, he thinks and it's so crazy they said this. I don't know why they said this and why this little boy think this, but they said the dad said he also believes the government. Uh, Something about it was something crazy, but it was something about the government and they trying to control them or they monitor them or something. And I was like, that was bizarre for, you know, to be thrown in a child movie. But nonetheless, the mother was like, I believe him, you know. So they end up going to the hospital and taking her to the hospital. So the brother ended up bringing the book out, and he was like, he know how to get to him, and he ended up going to sleep, and he ended up going to sleep, and when they get in there, he go and get them, and he wake them up, and that's when they get in a fight with the Sandman, because the Sandman like, you know, this ain't what you want. He ended up telling the girl before the brother get there, like, you know, I didn't want to tell you, but your parents, he was like, I know what they think, and your parents, they don't want each other. It's over with, you know. So like, he's manipulating her as well, and this is what these unclean entities do. They manipulate. They very manipulative. So they end up shattering everything. But yeah, like I just wanted to like break it down because I thought that was so ironic. Like they gonna put everything in movies too, but I like I said, I look at everything from a spiritual sense through a spiritual lens, and that that's what I got from that movie, which is it's pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Like it's good to see stuff from a you know, in the physical world in 2D, you know, so you can kind of get a good you know, get a good synopsis of it. But like now, while I'm on here, this is a good one too. This is real good. I watched this one a couple times. The Sandman. So in the Sandman, and it don't tie into that, but it kind of do because the Sandman he you know, you dream the dream world and all that stuff. So when I watch this one reminds me of the different spirits. So the Sandman, he has his siblings. His brother is Despair. His sister is Desire. His he got another sister is Death. He got another sister is Despair, Desire, Death, Destiny, and then it's Dream, and then he got a younger sister named Delirious. But when you watch this, like I said, I look at things in a spiritual lens through a spiritual lens. These are different unclean spirits. These are just different unclean spirits. That's all they is different unclean spirits, and they pretty much show you how they operate. They show you operate. You know, they basically show you how you operate. But this is why you're not supposed to come in agreement with things, you know. Because like I said, he got a sister that of despair, and that's her name. You know what I'm saying? So she comes in when you kind of come into agreement with despair, or you know, death come in right before you about to die, and like this is her sister death right here. This is death, and she shows up when somebody about to die. And she she walks them into the I guess the spirit world or the world of death, whatever you want to say. But it's a good it's a good TV show. It's good. It's real good. So y'all check these out so y'all can get a better understanding of the spiritual world. Because this is to give you a better outlook. It'll go under that surface instead of you scratching the surface and hearing the information and not really being able to soak it in. These TV shows will give you a deeper understanding of the spiritual world. But always pray before you watch stuff like this because they be doing some demonic stuff in these movies and TV shows. So you got to pray that you ain't trying to, you really so much ain't watching it for entertainment, but for educational purposes as it pertains to the scriptures. And then once you get back into the scriptures, or if you're in the scriptures at the same time, you're going to notice that it all goes hand in hand. Blessings.